Hello, everyone. A warm welcome to this webinar about Microsoft Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement for NFPs. We are so thrilled to present you the new solution from Microsoft's Dynamics 365 family for the not-for-profit organizations like you. My name is Nitesh, and I'm part of the business development team at Dynamics Square. And to give you more insights about this new offering, I have been joined by my colleague Vandana, who is the project lead for Dynamics 365 customer engagement and fundraising application. And along with her, we have also been joined by our special guest from Microsoft Tech for Social Impact UK team, Richard Breshers. Richard is a thought leader within Microsoft UK space and has been assisting government organizations and the charities for a good amount of time. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today's webinar. Here's a quick introduction about Dynamics Square. We are a Microsoft Gold certified partners, comprises of more than 130 highly skilled Microsoft certified consultants serving more than 250 clients globally. We are helping our clients with the digital transformation initiative from 6 global locations, which are in UK, US, Australia, Singapore, and India, through which we provide 24/7 support services to all our clients across all time zones. As far as the solution expertise is concerned within Dynamics 365, we do the entire spectrum of Dynamics 365, which includes ERP applications like manufacturing, supply chain, finance, operations, and human resources, and the CRM applications like customer service, field service, marketing, project service automation, and customer insights. These are some of the NFP clients we have where we help them with their digital transformation journey through Microsoft Dynamics business applications. Let's quickly jump to the webinar agenda. We will give you a detailed walkthrough of Microsoft Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement, including the demo. What are the challenges encountered by NFPs like you? What would be the impact on NFPs if they opt for the solution from Microsoft? What are the requirements for fundraising and engagement solution? And then finally, what are the current offers for you as a customer? Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, is a solution which comprises of all the industry verticals like commerce, service, marketing, sales, human resources, finance, and operations. Dynamics 365 and Power Platform are built on Microsoft Azure, which supports users to control data and modify their applications. In fact, over 500,000 companies worldwide, including 97% of the Fortune 500 companies, are relying on Microsoft Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. All these applications are tightly integrated, which means that this solution is the perfect modern day solution for you as a charity. You might be wondering, what exactly is Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement for NFPs? To give you more insights around this topic, I will now hand over this session to my colleague Vandana, who will take it forward from here. Over to you, Vandana.
Thanks, Nitesh. I will just quickly share my screen. So welcome again, everyone, to Fundraising and Engagement Solution and this webinar for Dynamics 365. If I talk about the solution, it is a part of broader Dynamics 365 platform. And it is backed by full Microsoft leveraging best-in-class cloud infrastructure, which works through Azure with business intelligence and its reporting capabilities. And it has multiple, I would say, verticals along with it. So there are multiple things which we see along the line, how they look in the product, which mainly you can see on the screen right now, which are the payment processing can be done within the system. You can have all the payment schedules set up. You can do the donations, and after that, you can manage your memberships. You can manage your members. You can be on top of what is going on with your members and what are their annual givings, and maybe about their household and any events which they are participating in. And after that, after all of that, you can also manage the opportunities which come to you, and how to designate the amount or the donations which come to you. So all of these features, which might sound right now that they are quite vast, and maybe we'll require 2 or 3 systems to be able to capture all of these. You will have all of these with, I would say, Microsoft or best in class cloud infrastructure, and it is all online. So it provides you a base to manage all of these together in one place. Coming to what's inside fundraising and engagement. So we just saw at an overview that what is there, but what else you can do? So you can also connect more effectively with your donors, your supporters, and your volunteers as well. They also, it provides targeted engagement with a 360-degree view of constituents, their households, and the organizations. It also, has been proven that it's increased the donor loyalty and lifetime giving by understanding and addressing their funder priorities. And it will also enable fundraisers to respond to organizational and program needs. Now I will go back and forth with the product just to showcase you how it looks like actually in the system. So we'll go ahead and see the donor and the constituent engagement. So you would be able to see right now, currently on my screen, I am on the fundraising and engagement solution of Dynamics 365. And on the left-hand side, you would be able to see that we have a stack of different entities, different things which you can manage within the Dynamics 365 platform. So first about talking about the relationships which you need to manage. So being a CRM, it is basically a CRM, and on top of that, Dynamics 365 and Microsoft are providing you a platform on top of that to be able to manage your fundraising and engagement requirements. So to manage your contacts, to manage the organizations, you have been provided the platform. And many a times I've seen that, a lot of our clients or prospective clients, they come up and say that we are not able to manage our members properly. We do a lot of, calling with them. We send them direct marketing emails, but we are not coming up or not able to manage them properly. With Dynamics 365, what you can do is that, as you can see right now on the screen, for this particular member or donor, we can say Abraham, I'm able to see a lot of information, but let me just start with the basic ones. So you would be able to manage the information, the personal and the contact information of this particular member or the donor. It can be a prospective, a prospective member as well, or a prospective donor as well. So you would be able to manage that. On the center of the screen, you can see all of his history. So any gifts he has provided, if he has membership with you, if they have, any lifetime giving which they have pledged. So you would be able to see all of that over here with the amounts once they have done. And then on the right hand side, you would also be able to manage your activities or, any events which you do, any phone calls which you do for the members. You will be able to see all of that. And then on the top, you're able to see there are different things which can be captured, which can help you have all the data in one screen. So right now, if I would like to see, what all donations this particular member has given to us, then I just need to go to this tab and I will be able to see a lot of history about this member and what all donations he has provided. So this was about the members and how we can, manage them. After that, coming to the organizations. So if you have any, organizations as your clients, or they are, a part of being a part of your particular organization by providing annual pledges or donations, you can manage them as well. And then if you see that if you have any household, let's suppose you have multiple people who are from a family, if they want to, tag together and they give any household together, you can manage that as well. Now coming back to what else is there in fundraising and engagement solution apart from the contact management, or you can say the management of your members and the donors. So it can also, help attract, retain, and grow donors through personalized engagement, which we just saw that how you can perform different activities. If you have, Office 365, you would be able to capture all your emails as well within Dynamics 365 platform, and you would be able to see that if any of your members, if any of your donors or volunteers, they have sent you any email, it would automatically come into the fundraising and engagement solution. So because it is a Microsoft-based platform, you're able to achieve the synergy between these different applications, which otherwise would be a little difficult to achieve. Now moving on, it also, a fundraising and engagement solution, it will empower your non-profit staff by automating, you can automate different business processes, which can be data unification, it can be gift entry. So what you can do is you can increase the efficiency by creating business process flows. And they can guide your users, your staff members, non-profit staff, and that will help ultimately your donors or your volunteers to have a more better experience with your organization. And this can also transform revenue management by enabling real-time large data event processing and recurring gift processing as well. It has also the functionality to process donor commitments, and you do not even have to take care about or worry about the renewals. So renewals in many projects, I have seen that renewals is a pain point. Many customers, they start sometime, they have pledged for some time, and then when it comes to renewals, they are always delayed or they are not properly processed. So with Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement solution, what you would be able to do is that you will be able to manage your renewals, you will be able to do get your receipts and send it out to client in just one click. And it can give you, integrations with more business productivity tools as well. So I'll just go and show you what all is there within the product and how we can, process any transactions if we want to. So again, on the left-hand side, there are, you would be able to see that there is a section called gift processing, wherein you can see the transactions which are there. You can see the donor commitments. So if anyone commits, you can, put that in the donor commitment, and you would provide that these are the commitments which have taken place. And again, in constituent to that, you can provide the payment schedules as well. So for the new transactions or new donation, one-off donation, if it's come to you, it is really easy to manage. So you just need to capture who this particular member is. If they are already in your system, it is really easy to process this payment. I would just take you through. So you can capture what is the gift details. It is donation, is it soft credit, and it is one-off transaction. You can capture that. Then you can also capture that what payment gateway or what transaction type do you want to do. A lot of them you can see right now on your screen. It can be cash, check, it can be credit or debit cards via bank, and there are other platforms as well. Then you can also capture if this particular member or donor wants to be visible in your maybe reports or your annual reports, or they want to be anonymous. So you can capture that as well. And you can also capture if they want the receipt, if they want the receipt by email or by print. So you can capture any of those over here, and then you will be able to send it. So after capturing all of these details, the basic details, and if you want to add membership, so all of these things which you see right now, and otherwise I think they exist on 2 or 3 different platforms to be able to capture. So now over here, you can add the membership, you can add the transaction, one-off transaction, you can capture all of these details. And once you are ready, once you click on process, the payment would be processed from Dynamics itself. You do not have to go outside and process your transaction somewhere else and get the data back. The data would be all in your system, and it would be processed from within the system as well. Then if you want to set up any payment schedules, so that you do not have to remember that when is anyone's schedule coming up, you can just set that up, and you would be able to see that when do you want to set it up. So you can process the deposit date and you can provide the further date. So it can be monthly, it can be annually. You would be able to, pledge the schedule as well. And after that, once you have, pledged, you would be able to provide the receipts also to your customers itself. Once you get the receipt, what you can do is you can just go to that member, whoever you want to send it to. Or what you can do is you can just simply create an email, and you do not have to go to your Outlook. From here itself, you will be able to send this particular email with the receipt to your client, and they would be able to get all this information which they processed over here from within the system without going anywhere else. Now, coming back, it also, I would say fundraising and engagement solution, apart from, providing you donor and commitment engagement, it also helps to attain, reaching and grow your donors, which we just saw. And it also drives fundraising efficiency by providing different type of, notifications or workflows as well. So let's suppose you want to send the auto receipts. You do not want to rely on the staff to send your receipts when the transaction has been completed. So you can just simply automate that process, and it is a simple workflow. A person without any technical knowledge will be able to set that up as well themselves. So it is not a hassle at all to automate these business processes, to automate any kind of notification. It can be done easily. And then it also enables fundraisers and financial managers to benefit from the common donation, the revenue and the transaction management. And it also eliminates the need for complex fundraising and financial reconciliation. And it can also, gain greater visibility into program sustainability and transparent financial reporting. So Dynamics 365 fundraising has some of the dashboards which are there inbuilt. So the system provides that. Apart from that, the system also has the capability to create reports. So any kind of reports which you want to have, let's suppose how many, how was the last month, how did we do last month with the pledges, with the donations, with the one-off transactions, how was it? So we would be able to see that. We can also see that if let's suppose you want to disburse this amount, so you want to present this amount further, then where is it going? You can provide that information as well in the system. I will just take you there and show you. Okay. So for the dashboards, I just told you that the system already has some dashboards within, by default. We do not have any, configured them at all. So going to the campaigns, if you are running any events or you run any campaigns, you would be able to capture that as well along with the amount of it, and you would be able to see, like, let's suppose what was your goal and what was the actual amount. So it is really easy to check all of these and have all of these coming up to your dashboard. So let's suppose once we can also see the active transactions. So you can see by month and airline, you can see that how your gifts are coming up and what is the payment type. So you can see all of that. You can see that in recurring schedule, what is coming up, so that you are on top of your information. So all of these things which we do, we will be able to capture that, and we will be able to see that how they look in the system. Then you can see that how many opportunities do you have in in your pipeline currently, how many gifts you have received which are above a certain amount, or major givings above a certain amount. And then you can see something like if you build a business process flow and you say that you have multiple stages, or you have a bigger process to be able to finalize the payment, then you can do that, and you would be able to see that on multiple stages how does it work, and how you are on each of these stages. So it is really easy and good to have. Then going to the events, you can also manage your events. You will be able to see and register for events as well. And after that, you can see that for your designations. So once a lot of organizations, they do that for designations, they have to maintain a different system or some Excel files. And then they provide this information to the actual donor that you have, your major giving has been further provided or, given to this particular campaign or this particular organization. So that also you can capture over here, and you can build the report on the designations as well, that how further money you are utilizing and how you are using that. So coming back, now we'll move ahead and talk about how does we saw about what Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement solution is, what you can do with it. And now coming to the main point, that how does it, what impacts does it have on NFPs? So I would say that this particular platform, it utilizes Microsoft's common data model for not-for-profits, which encapsulates end-to-end NFP scenarios. This means that it not only comes with functionalities for fundraising, it also includes program delivery. You can also manage your case management. You can have your grants and volunteers also set up inside the system. What makes it stronger is the CDM foundation for when organizations want to, and in future, use the platform, just beyond fundraising. So even if you want to expand it, let's suppose you start with fundraising and engagement solution, and further down the line, you feel a need that you need a marketing solution as well, then you will be able to expand that. You do not have to transfer your data from one system to another or expand it. You just need to, get the license for, let's suppose, marketing module, and you would be ready to go. So all the basic data you saw, like donors, members, organizations, or household, these are common for all the different applications which Dynamics 365 provides. That is for sales, customer service, marketing, field service, and project service. Now, coming as we are talking about the Microsoft technologies, so I would say that it is a complete solution built on top of Dynamics 365. Fundraising and engagement is the natural choice for organizations who already work with solutions under 365 ecosystem. Before, organizations would have to pay more to integrate applications, I would say, such as Excel or Teams, with one-off shelf product from Salesforce or Blackboard. Now, with a solution that is native to Microsoft, there is less configuration required, and it is more cost-effective and sustainable CRM. And it also offers what you need for an all-in-one solution. Coming to the last point, which is that one of the fundraising and engagement's most important characteristics is its scalability. It can be customized to fit smaller not-for-profits as well as larger organizations that handle more donors and funds. Microsoft Azure enables this feature on the backend, as it allows users to scale and basically fulfill their desired level of performance with regards to fundraising related functionalities. You should move to fundraising and engagement if you want to ensure that your CRM grows with your organization. Now, Richard would take us forward with the charity insights. Over to you, Richard.
Vandana, thank you very, very much indeed. Much appreciated. I will share my screen. One moment. So there we go. So that should be coming through hopefully shortly.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, you guys, apologies there. Have you got that?
Yes, Richard.
Yep,
Yep,
it's
please.
done.
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you very much. Sorry that. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much, Natasha and colleagues, for the opportunity to address some of your clients and prospects with Dynamics Square. My name is Richard Bashaz, work for Microsoft. I work in Microsoft's TSI, Tech for Social Impact team, and our role is very much about working with our channel partners, so great people like Dynamics Square, to support them working with charitable organizations by using obviously Microsoft technology. I'd like to start with a quick sort of Microsoft mission statement. So this is very much where Microsoft are seeing all of our customers, and this comes from Satya. So he's basically mission statement is that we look to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more, which is a great big bold statement. Bringing it down a little bit more to the UK side of things, the actual charity sector is a significant vertical. I think you guys probably appreciate that fairly obviously. You can see some of the figures there, and I'm going to sort of talk around those a little bit, and particularly around the challenges that the non-for-profit sector is facing, and we hope we can help them address. So the sector is within the UK, has something in excess of, I think it's now 200,000 registered charities, and they generated last year just over £48 billion. They currently employ, I think, a little over 1 million permanent employees, and there are about 4 million volunteers attached to those charitable organisations. As I said, I think it's the challenging side of things that are particularly relevant, and hopefully from this presentation as well, for the sector. So many non-profit organisations are much like commercial SMBs, but the reality is that most of us don't give much thought to non-profits and how we can support them as customers. The sector is large, and as I said, in the UK there are 200,000 charities, and of those 200,000, nearly 11,000 have an income of between £500,000 and £5 million per annum, and a further 3,000 of those charities have an income in excess of £5 million as well. The total UK market sector, as I say, is £48 billion. But I really want to say address those challenges in particular. So, from a Microsoft point of view, we see the charities working on 3 primary levels. The main level is on that mission delivery, so working with animals, working with children, working in particular sort of groups and supporting those. So that's what the charitable sector is about. The charity itself is about its mission delivery. But how can basically that charity effectively then sort of start to deliver that mission? By fundraising. So we see fundraising as being obviously a critical element for any charity, and from that point of view, it's that money, the money that they get enables more mission, a more successful mission delivery. We also see, though, another challenge being around that volunteer management piece. So there's 4 million great people in the UK, so just over 4 million, who are supporting those charitable organisations. It's how do you engage with those volunteers? How are you capturing what those volunteers are doing for you as an organisation from a data point of view, as well as from an action point of view? So from general sort of challenges, what we see, I think generally are around things like moving outcomes, measuring the charities, their inabilities to measure outcomes for their mission against their mission delivery. Touched on that lacking of funding that they need from the donors and the grant makers, but also increasingly there's a reliance now upon the volunteers to do more than just fundraising for them, and instead the volunteers are playing far more of a part in the mission delivery. So there is an issue there and a challenge there for the charitable sector. Similarly, and particularly on the IT side of things, we see a number of particular challenges affecting the sector as well, from lax safeguarding of personal data and sensitive information, which obviously has a GDPR tie-in, fairly obviously, to the sad fact that, and it certainly is becoming a growing fact, that charitable organisations are being targeted by cyber criminals or malicious organisations that are particularly looking at the non-for-profit sector because of its known poorer technical skills and security abilities. Also from staff, looking at the staff, their poor access to data and documents, and obviously that knock-on effects there to their efficiencies and their better insight into the data and operational side of their business. And also from the leadership point of view, that poor insights into that, again, that data as it sits sort of basically buried in silos within information and documents. And this also then leads to delays and disturbances due to legacy IT that is not up to the job. So I'm going to move on. So digital transformation for greater impact. What we're looking at really there is from the engaging of the donors, and very much supporting what Vanda was saying earlier there. It's a smarter way of understanding who your donors are, who your volunteers are, and what you as a charity can ask of them and expect from them, by having better technology solutions in place, particularly obviously from a dynamics point of view, that ability to better engage with those donors, start to actually get an understanding of where those donors are coming from, what their passions and enthusiasms are that will support your organisation. And also those volunteers. Now, we've noticed in the last year or so, since COVID particularly, that charitable organisations are looking at their volunteers in a different way. So they're looking to utilise those volunteers' skills. So skills that may once a year or more ago have been sort of overlooked because it's, this volunteer will help with, fundraising on the high street. This volunteer will help with, helping clear out a river or going to warehouse and sorting clothes or items, whatever it may be. The charities are now looking at those volunteers to see what skills, what pro bono benefits those volunteers may be able to offer the organisation. So again, that better insight, that deeper insight to the donor, and obviously what how you can use those insights to improve fundraising, but also those volunteers, again, that understanding of who these people are and what other skills they can offer your charitable organisation, tie in very tightly. About empowering the employees, we'll find obviously a better environment, a more informed environment where the employees are getting again more insight, more information, a deeper dive into information, opening up those silos of data and so forth, so that they can help make better decisions, can help. I'm going to move across to the optimizing operations, but can be operationally more effective and save the charity more money and time in delivering their mission, but also empowering better fundraising abilities as well and so forth. Touched on that operations, optimizing of the operations. We'll find obviously anything that is improving the efficiency within any organisation, commercial or non-for-profit, is going to be a good thing. And so that way of basically getting more out of the hours that you have has got to be good. And then the last point here about the Innovate for impact. Microsoft are very much about looking at the impact of technology within sectors. So from the non-for-profit sector, it's about improving a number of different areas and some of the challenges already highlighted, as I've said, and how we as Microsoft and our technology, through grants and donations and working with trusted technology partners like Dynamics Square, can help these organizations to affect a better impact for mission, and also the knock-on effects, obviously, from that point of view of fundraising, and also, of course, engagement and volunteer management. And I think the last part really on this slide is as it says at the bottom there, that security service compliance. So what Microsoft are also offering you from that cloud environment and from 365, Dynamics, Biz Apps, however you will, is also that security blanket whereby you're securing remote access, remote collaboration, remote content, and so forth for an organisation and from a charitable organisation. And as has been highlighted earlier, because of those challenges, because sadly of cyber malicious organizations trying to particularly target the charity non-for-profit sector, anything that is helping to improve these elements within the organization is obviously a good thing, but also very much tied into this is that, again, as mentioned previously, is that GDPR compliance issue as well, that the charitable sector also very much is affected by, in just the same way as a commercial entity like Dynamics Square or Microsoft is as well. I'm going to move on, if that's okay, to my last slide. So again, as sort of touched on here by my colleagues, the point behind the CDM, so the common data models, that fundraising engagement, there is it's Microsoft's attempt from an altruistic point of view to help non-for-profit organizations to be better organized. The technology is there that we can gift and donate to you to better influence your outcomes, and that's very much obviously what we're looking to do. And again, it's that with trusted technology partners like Dynamics Square, it's that ability to take these common data models and impact, and we know about that impact word again, impact your organization in a successful way so that your organization can grow from a fundraising point of view, but also very much critically around that mission delivery point of view as well. So those insights are critical to a non-for-profit organization. I hope that was clear, and I'm happy to hand over if that's okay. So, apologies there. My last slide. So Dynamics for non-profits, again, really sort of a highlighting of particular sort of areas sort of covered here. What we're looking to do is, as I said, is that help to engage with those donors, and again, very much as Vandana was showing earlier there, it's that smarter level of engagement, that deeper level of understanding of how to engage with those donors. It's around things like as well, like cluster segmentation, so that you're really getting to understand, you can start grouping the types of donors that you have. There's great people who are offering money. Now that could be from an individual point of view, that can be from wealthier individuals, that can be from a corporate organizational point of view as well. So it's helping you judge your approach and the way you would approach these individuals or organizations, as it were. I think also, apologies here, I'm just going through here. You have sort of options from the Dynamics or the Biz Apps side of things of, again, as we said, that CRM or that ERP type of solution, and it's that discussion, that deeper understanding of your organization and what your drivers are, your missions are over like a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year window that will help us to sort of align the best type of solution for you, incorporating those CDMs, so those common data models around fundraising and engagement as well, to the best effect for your organization's needs presently, but also very much with that future planning idea in there as well. And that really does sort of cover my piece, and I will pass across now to another colleague, if that's okay. Yeah. So if I can hand over now to current offers and benefits to one of the colleagues.
Sure, Richard, just a moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
My pleasure.
That's okay. And thank you, Vandana, for showcasing the demo. I hope this was helpful for our audience today. If you're a charity and are looking to leverage a Microsoft solution at a price unlike before, then I would certainly urge you to go through the next slide. Being a charity, you can now get 5 free licenses of Dynamics CRM, which is the Dynamics 365 Sales Enterprise, and the additional users can be bought at a discounted price of £17 per user per month. Dynamics 365 Sales Professional license can be bought at a discounted price of £11.75 per user per month. The Customer Service Professional at a price of £9 per user per month, and then the Team Member license can be bought at a price of £1.44 per user per month. Similarly, if you're looking to opt for Microsoft 365 Business Premium licenses, which includes applications like your Office 365, Teams, Exchange, OneDrive, and SharePoint, you can opt for that as well as per Microsoft latest offerings. You can now get 10 free licenses of that, and the additional licenses up till 300 users can be bought at a discounted price of £3.60 per user per month. Microsoft Power BI, the number one BI tool as per recent Gartner study, can also be leveraged by you being a charity. Power BI Desktop is free to use for charities. And in case you're looking for an advanced version of Power BI, which is the Power BI Pro, which includes features like data collaboration, content distribution, and just a 360 real-time view of your processes, you can opt for that at a discounted price of £2.16 per user per month. Just in case, if you want to build your own applications within your charity, you can opt for the Power Apps app from Microsoft. Power Apps is free for up to 10 users, and in case you're looking to add more users in the future, you can get at a discounted price of £1.08 per user per month. You can also, in fact, leverage Microsoft Azure worth 2,500 worth of pounds or worth of credit per year, and on that you can get all the benefits around Azure Hybrid benefit and Windows Server 2008 and SQL Server 2008 EUS. So there are a lot of offerings for you as a charity. So that is all from her at Dynamics Square. We hope the session went well as per your expectation, and we were able to clarify all the doubts which you might have related to Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement application. This webinar is now open for a live chat, and you can ask over your questions, and we will be happy to answer all the clarifications which you might have.
Nitesh. Hi,
Yes,
Nitesh. Hello. Just a quick thought. I don't know what people are sort of thinking about questions or typing them in or whatever it may be. I don't know if it's helpful from the attendees' point of view to talk about the Microsoft eligibility process. If any of the clients or prospects you have have maybe not already applied for Microsoft eligibility for the non-for-profit program.
Absolutely, Richard. I think if you can cover that for us, that'll be great.
No worries, no worries. Well, the good news is it is actually quite a straightforward process. It works very much off that Microsoft approach, which is around verification and authentication of basically who you are or who your organization is. And it's a five very simple processes. What we're looking to do is basically, as said, confirm who you are within the organization, who the organization is. We're looking for, from the organization point of view, that sort of legal identifier. Which will also help on that front will be either your UK Charity Commission reference number. So much like from the Department of Education where they register the schools, the charities have a registration number. And or maybe also you may have HMRC tax exemption registration. So either of those help Microsoft very much look at your organization and understand who you are and your legitimacy and stuff like that. And then the third part really of the process is around a detailed description of what your organization is actually about. So, you know, working with animals, working with children, whatever it may be. And there are no wrong or right answers here, but a detailed answer is helpful. And if you have a trusted technology partner, so maybe somebody like our friends at Dynamics Square, you can also include at the end of that sort of this is what our organization is about, and we're working with this trusted technology partner, Dynamics Square. It gives us an ability when your approval is received to also let your trusted technology partner know that you've been approved as an organization so that you can more quickly engage with Microsoft's technology, which could be from that 365 point of view, but it could be obviously Dynamics 365, CRM, ERP, etc., etc. And also it's also letting your partner, it is obviously the end user's choice of the partner they nominate if they wish to you know, get more engaged more rapidly, as I say, with that Microsoft technology. The last part of the process on this sort of 5-point process is Microsoft asks you to sign our anti-discrimination clause. It is a very straightforward clause, very clear as well, and you do need to agree to it. I have yet to talk to any organisation, charitable organisation, who has had a difficulty or problem with it. It is all very much tied in with the UNICEF or United Nations, I should say, UNICEF anti-discrimination clause there. So it's just about putting the right, you know, the right thought, shall we say, into the process and the right organisational attitude as well, as it were. I think there might be a question flagged up, Nitesh.
Absolutely, Richard. I think this was helpful, and I guess just in case if they might have any more clarifications required, they can reach out to us on the number which is 0207-193-2502, or they can also write an email to us at info@dynamicssquare.co.uk. Thank you so much for this, Richard, by the way.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, so Nitesh, we got one question from Andy, and he asked the question like how secured their data would be on cloud.
Perfect. Thank you, Shakti. So, yeah, Andy, the Microsoft has got 2 data centers in the UK, one in Cardiff and another one in South London, with an uptime SLA of 99.99%. Microsoft Azure has got around like 90 odd compliance certificates, and they're investing $1 billion every year just to make sure that your data is safe and secure. We're talking about 54 data centers worldwide. So rest assured, your data will be safe and secure and within UK.
Great, Nitesh. And I have one more query which is coming up from Michael, and he's asking what would be our approach to work with our clients. So yeah,
Perfect. Thank you for that. So yeah, see, since we are Microsoft Gold certified partners, we follow Microsoft show step methodology, which basically comprises of 4 or 5 key areas, starting from the analysis phase all the way up to go live. We offer post go live support as well for our clients, just in case if they're looking to leverage more out of the solution once the system will be live. And so yeah, I think we can certainly help, and in case they want to know more about how or what would be the next best possible approach or step would be, then it would probably be a discovery call where we can involve our Dynamics 365 team to dive deep into their requirements, their pain points which they might have, and then probably suggest the best possible solution from the D365 family for them.
great. Okay, so team, there is one more question which just came in. So basically, they're asking what is the difference between D365 NFP accelerator and D365 fundraising and engagement. So anyone would like to answer this, please?
Yeah, I would pick that up.
Sure.
So basically, the difference I would say between the NFP accelerator, Dynamics 365 NFP accelerator, and Dynamics 365 fundraising and engagement solution is that I would say NFP accelerator provides you a larger or a broader spectrum of different verticals wherein you can work upon, such as I would like to state that there are awards management, so you can if you do that you can have that, and there are certain other number of verticals as well, such as case management, constituent management, or there's a delivery framework as well, and then there is fundraising as well in that, but it's also accompanied by project management and program delivery along with the assessment management as well. Whereas fundraising and engagement solution, I would say, is more focused. So any of you who is looking for a range of, products or models within Dynamics 365, but with targeted set of expectations, then they should go for fundraising and engagement. And someone who has maybe they want to manage their projects as well, they want to manage their programs as well, along with the case and award management. So if you're looking for a more broadened spectrum, then you should go for NFP accelerator, and that is the difference. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vandana, for it. Yes, Nitish, over to you now.
Perfect. So I guess we are done with all the questions.
Yes, I think, yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Just in case if you feel like that, you have few more questions, you think there are some clarifications which you would need from us, feel free to reach out to us on number, which is +44 207 193 2502. You can also write an email to us at info@dynamicsquare.co.uk, and we will make sure that we answer all the questions which you might have, and be happy to help you with your digital transformation journey going forward. So on that note, thank you so much, everyone, once again for joining today's webinar. I hope the session was in at par with what were your expectations from it. Thank you so much once again, and we look forward to see you on the other side. Goodbye.